Hey there, everybody. I hope you are having a great Saturday. It's time for a new batch of creative cluster kits. These kits are being put into my next batch of journals. We sold the last 6. So new batch of creative fodder for you guys to get into. It's a curated pack of creative elements. You can use them as a kit, so you know that's a kit, or you can use them in conjunction with the rest of the items that are in your flow journal. So you can do a whole lot with these. I think it's fun to look at them as a kit because it's fun to put together your own kits. You know, if you are if you're like me and you just don't have a lot of time, or if you're feeling like really artsy kind of in the morning, but you don't want to like drag all your stuff out, then a creative cluster kit is a really fun thing to have on hand, and you can develop them yourself. So let's see what we have here. We have the first kit. It's called Secret Garden. If you've never read the book Secret Garden, now would be an excellent time to do it, because the book is all about uplifting, encouragement, making people feel better, even people who don't want to feel better. It is the way that a garden heals a broken heart or a broken relationship. We're kind of operating in a we're never operating in a perfect world, but we're really operating in a very broken space right now. So reading the book, The Secret Garden, might just give you a lift. And if you haven't read it in years, because it's commonly it deals with children, so it's commonly a children's book. But it is awesome and wonderful. So, we think about gardens, and let me pull everything out here. We've got, now in the Secret Garden, we've got a key element. And, in any kind of secrecy involves keys, right? So I stamped a key for you guys on just some regular paper. This is just regular, like, copy paper. You have key imagery here. So, the kit can kind of bump itself out to where you can think of it as a secret space. Maybe in this, era of a lot of togetherness, maybe you need a secret space. Maybe you need a secret corner, a secret garden, a secret chair. Anything can be a space that you make all yours. And I think, a lot of us are, we're just not accustomed to being around so many people. And with businesses closing and people changing careers and things like that, then that means that a lot of times we are at home a lot. We work from home. We're educating our children from home. We have we might have a couple parents that are working from home. So everybody needs that personal secret space. So maybe this could kind of motivate you to thinking about what you want in your secret garden, so to speak. So we have some metallic stickers for you guys. We have some wood elements here. Now, the kits, you aren't going to get the very same thing, okay? You'll get the same types of things, but not the very same thing. A little motivation for you that says all the beauty a day can bring. We've got fabric elements for you. This says follow. This is an herb pot. I believe that looks like rosemary. This is another fabric element, a poppy. This is thyme, another little fabric element. So, you can, I love fabric because I've learned that you can put fabric down with a glue stick. And to me, that's like one of the bestest things in the whole wide world, is to know that you can, I'm turning my fan on, y'all, it's super hot. that you can use a glue stick and put things down, and it's fun to work with fabric in that really new way. I've got a metallic element in here. This one is a leaf, so you'll have some sort of metal in here. You know, you might want to make a necklace or add it to a necklace. Again, the key imagery. This is a piece that would make a really cool tag or bookmark or whatever, and another flower-ish kind of piece. So there we go. That is our secret garden creative cluster kit. So let me kind of stack this up. I try to make them look really pretty for you guys. You know, because let's just face it, if something's pretty, it's inspiring. So we're more likely to gravitate to it. All right, so our secret garden kit. The next kit that we have is Furry Friends. And we've got kittens, we've got cats, we've got dogs, we've got all kinds of fun things. And it's all held together with a hairy paper clip that has paw prints on it. So I really did. I've been looking for ways to utilize this. It was actually a shoestring, a pair of shoestrings that someone sent me that had these super cool paw prints on it. And I thought, yay, I've got something that I want to do with that. You know, it's one of those things that you kept kind of hanging around going, yeah, it's going to all fall together. So this is what the kit looks like when you get it in your flow journal. And of course your flow journal has all kinds of, you know, you can mix and match the elements that are in your kits with the things that are in your flow journal. So let's check it out. We've got a sweet little doggy here. Look at that smile. I love it when my little Mia smiles, and she does smile, and it's the sweetest thing ever because she's missing a front tooth on her bottom. She had that gap little tooth smile. Cat imagery for you. This has different kinds of kitty cats, a Balinese, a Manx, a British Shorthair, Angora, a Corret, a piece of kitty cat inspired napkin for you to collage with. We have smudgy kitty print fabric. Isn't that cute? We've got an art trading card for you to create upon a piece of, y'all, this is so cute. This is a piece of wallpaper. I love the kitty cats in their cowboy hats. This is like one of the things that somebody sent to me, and they were like, don't know if you can use this. And I'm like, heck yeah, I can use it. That's a kitty cat. I'm going to use that. A little puppy dog here. I love his little cap on his head. So you've got fabric to work with. A fabric piece that says woof. Now you're going to get different, you know, you're going to get different words, of course. Another fabric element giving you more kitty cat descriptions. And a really nice piece of kitty cat fabric, as well as this gorgeous button. Now you're going to have a button similar to this. This one is a kitty cat, and he's on a fishbowl. He's peering in intently, thinking about what he's going to eat. So there we go. We have a cluster called Furry Friends. Now remember, we only do 6 clusters that go in the 6 journals that I'm going to make. And that's it. You know, we don't ever have like a repeat cluster. The next one is medieval times. Now, I'm really excited about this because I love the medieval era. I just think it's super interesting. So let's, the first thing that we're going to do is remove this beautiful piece of beaded tapestry. I think this would look so cool, you guys, on a piece if you use some double stick tape on the back. Of course, you know, I I have even cut the beads off things like this before and used them in different ways. So, you know, just something to think about, but definitely something you would see, you know, in a classical format or a classical setting or a medieval setting. So we know that medieval women spent a lot of time, you know, weaving, beading, making altar cloths, shirts, you know. Queen Catherine, that was married to Prince Henry, do you know she made his shirts even when they were no longer married? Catherine of Aragon made his shirts, still did his work for him. So we have a cross. We know that a medieval woman would spend a lot of time praying. She would also spend a lot of time making music, listening to music, or maybe even dancing. So that I've got a couple elements in there for you. This is a sweet, now everyone is not exactly like this. I was going to see if I can put it on something so you can see it just a wee bit better. There we go. This is a medieval woman playing a violin, and a seated woman right here. As you can see, I mean, you could do two different pieces with this. Isn't that just lovely? I think we have Miss Trills to thank for this super cool fabric. Again, a medieval woman would spend a lot of time in prayer, so she may have an old prayer book. This is Voices of Heaven. It is a Polish text, Czechoslovakian. A medieval woman would spend a lot of time with her needle. She and her ladies would gather together and they would talk. They might listen to music and they would do a lot of embroidery. So I thought that piece was pretty cool. This is a piece of linen fabric. This is like my placeholder for everything. A piece that looks like tapestry. I love that design. And of course, a medieval woman would be into lace. She would make lace. She would wear lace. Lace was a big part of her life. So I wanted you to have several lace samples here. I've got this beautiful lace piece here as well. So, medieval times. You know, it might be a great cluster to pair with, maybe a medieval romance, maybe a Philippa Gregory kind of thing. You know, maybe the White Queen, the Red Queen, all of her excellent books. So there we go, our medieval times cluster. The next cluster is called Text Me, and it harkens back to a day when we wrote letters, where letters were essential parts of life, not text me like on the telephone. So let's crack this baby open and see what we have here. Of course, these kits are heavily curated. You guys know how I like to do things. I love to give you a sense of adventure when you are working with something like this. I love to put ideas together, and you know, to me it's the vibe of a piece that really does matter. The first thing that we have here, you guys, is a little piece that I built, and these are built on punched pieces, and it says read, because we all know that reading was so important, in the era of letters and diaries and journals and all that kind of thing. This is a small piece of cut from a book that featured Jane Austen's handwriting. So I love that. I thought it's absolutely beautiful. This is, I did take advantage of the Victorian God, I can never remember that publication, Victorian Days, something like that. It's a great publication that features Victorian teapots and outerwear and all kinds of things like that. This one says Memory Journal. This is a beautiful piece. She's holding a book and she has her lace sleeves. Another image for you to work with. To me, this looks very Jane Austen. Another paper image of a book. You know, we think about that era and we think about women and their hats. When I was reading a recent biography of Jane Austen, it mentioned how often she mentioned turning her dress or decorating a hat. You know, that was a big thing because you didn't purchase new hats all the time. You purchased new things to go on your hat. So hat decorating during the time of text and letter writing was a big deal. Also, because we're talking about letters, I included a Scrabble letter right here. You know, if you were a writer, you would have an elegant writing table. You would have elegant writing tools. Before you sat down to write, you might have a pedophore and a teapot in front of you and maybe an inspiring photo. So, you know, and if you are an aspiring writer, maybe this will motivate you to set a mood for yourself as you write. I love this marbled paper. This was from a book by Charles Dickens. I just used that outer part of it. You know, you'll have a favorite pen. If you love to write, if you love to journal, then a favorite pen and ink is part of your life. And I know some folks are just crazy about pens and they know all about them. Friend Leanne knows so much about them and friend Jeannie knows so much about pens. Not me so much. This is a piece of tissue paper, again with text on it. I love that writing. You know, when we talk about writers, we got to talk about Shakespeare. And this is a beautiful illustration with Shakespeare text. This is Twelfth Night. So this is a really sweet piece to work with as well. Again, from A Tale of Two Cities, I've created art trading cards for you guys. You know, sometimes we just sit and scribble. Remember in The Shining, something about what he was typing. What was he typing? Every day Jack is a good boy, or Jack, I can't remember now. Every good boy does. I don't remember. I know y'all are yelling it out there because you remember. But anyway, you know, sometimes we just have to scribble. And this is a really cool piece of fabric that just features some scribbles on it. Your motivation is 2 quotes from a book about Jane Austen. Nothing amuses me more than the easy manner with which everybody settles the abundance of those who have a great deal less than themselves. That's Mansfield Park. Sometimes one is guided by what they say of themselves, and very frequently by what other people say of them, without giving oneself time to deliberate and judge. And that is from Sense and Sensibility. So a really fun cluster for y'all to have a good time with. You can take these elements and use them, you know, for a set of art trading cards. Maybe you want to do, you know, some motivational cards that might help you on your writing journey. So we've got Text Me is our 4th creative cluster kit. Our next kit is A Day at the Beach. Now, I know that a lot of us are jonesing to get to the beach, and a lot of us are not traveling at the moment. So to me, this would be like a great way to travel without getting on an airplane or getting in a car. You could do an imaginary trip to the beach. So you have a lot of elements to work with. We have some words. We have Gulf Shores, family fun destination. Now remember, each kit is comprised of the same kinds of things, but they will all be different, okay? Cabins and campgrounds, which one do you like to stay in? The word sweet. Let's see what this one says. Starfish. We have places to stay. So people, places, and things. This is a place to stay. We have the ocean. Things to do. We think about boating. We think about going to the beach. A really cool art trading coin for you to play with that has a map on one side and water imagery on the other. A nice big piece of water imagery right here. Colors that go with the theme. So we've got this dark blue, we've got some light blue, we've got some yellow for the sunshine. Things to eat. You know, we always enjoy going to the beach and having fresh seafood. More of the gorgeous colors to play with. This is, Miss C made these, and I just think it's so cool. Absolutely beautiful. Another art trading coin for you. The orange of the way that the ocean turns orange and all those great colors. The sky turns orange at night or in the morning if you are watching the sunrise or the sunset. More blue for you to play with. Sitting by the pool. I see a little tiki bar over here. What would we like to drink at the tiki bar? More color imagery. Got a sweet napkin, you guys, with lots of beachy imagery on it. A sailboat, a compass rose. We've got seagulls, a beach chair and an umbrella, a pelican, a sweet lighthouse right here. You know, it might even encourage you to write about a special trip that you had. Doesn't really necessarily have to be to the beach, but what was a special trip you had? What do you remember from it? I love the idea that these sorts of kits can recall memories. And then we have this awesome seashell, you guys. This is from Miss R, and it's got a hole right in the top, so you could make this into a necklace or put it on a bracelet or whatever you might want to do with it. And then lucky me, I went to the pound shop the other day, Dollar Tree, and I found this mermaid ribbon. The mermaid is she's blowing a kiss. There's a heart right there, so the mermaid just like brought the whole kit kind of together. So there we go, a day at the beach. You may not be able to go right now, but let's go in our imagination, you know. Let's use our brains and create a trip for ourselves, because it's just fun to imagine places to go. I'm going to hold this together because I've got my fan on. I don't want to go in everywhere. The last kit that we have is called Birds and Bees and Winged Things. These are things with wings. So let's take a look and see what we have here. Of course, I always give you words because I think that words are a great motivation. You know, you can use this. You can put the words right there. Boom, you've made a chippy. We have a piece of cardstock for you. This one says friend. It says very special friend right here, and has a little rhinestone piece right here. Gorgeous, gorgeous napkin, y'all. Look at that. Isn't that just beautiful? I love those blues. Those blues are just hitting me in all the right places these days. Flower imagery for you. A little card to work with. You know, we think about being out of doors and seeing all of these. Look how nice that goes on there. That's just like a perfect piece. And then, you know, you can use another smaller piece to enhance it if you want. You could put this here and then choose a word to go there. You know, a teapot. To me, a teapot is one of those calming things, and I think that's kind of the vibe with our winged things, is that it is it's very soothing and very calming to be in nature right now, to really soak up that natural experience. I'm amazed that, I mean, Mother Nature has proceeded. We might be having a pandemic, but she's like, okie dokie, I'm just going to do my thing. And what an inspiring, you know, thought to have is summer solstice is tomorrow, that Mother Nature just goes on. You know, the universe goes on. We don't really need to be here. The universe just takes off and does its own thing. A beautiful little butterfly here on an art trading coin. Another really sweet piece right here. Another beautiful napkin imagery that has birds, butterflies, and these sweet roses. Down here it says love is in the air. And another piece for you to play with. I gleaned these from Ida's greeting cards, so you've got a lot of good vibes with this little packet. All right, my friends, so there we go. We have lots of things for you to play with. Remember, this is just 6 journals that will be coming to the shop, I believe. I think maybe tomorrow I might have a couple finished, and then next week we'll proceed with getting the rest of them. These are what the covers are looking like. They are cobbled covers because I ordered some fabric, which I was really happy with, but it was only 10 by 10, and that's not the size I need. So I took some fabric and just kind of bumped these out to where they have like a very cobbled, quilted kind of appearance to them. So thank you guys for hanging out with me. Thank you for your support at the Etsy store. Thank you for all you do for me. I appreciate you. Have a great Saturday. See you soon. Bye.